And then our PTA has come together and brought the community together to try to figure out what we're going to do. We started with blue and gold bows in the neighborhood. If you've seen them, those are, you know, our school colors. So we have decided to decorate the neighborhood, and the family was, you know, very happy to hear about that. And then we're, you know, we're in contact with the family of Eli to fulfill their wishes of what they would like done in his memory. They're most concerned about giving thanks, which is incredible. Thanking me, thanking the preschool teacher, her ed assistants who were so attached to Eli, thanking us for their support, you know, for our support. So,
I mean, have the students, I mean, obviously it's an elementary school, they're younger, but, you know, there's fifth graders, fourth graders. What's their response been? I mean, have they been concerned or scared since the news came out?
No, not at all. We really have tried very hard to keep a normal a routine as possible for the students. We had the health department in the building and a crisis team available for any possible situation when it first happened. The kids knew nothing except the fact that the media was there, so we had to work really hard to shield the students from the media, reroute buses and that type of thing. So if some of you were there, you saw that. You know, I'm just fiercely protecting the other students. But they knew nothing, and honestly, the only thing that's going on now is you know, our nurse was scheduled to do hand washing lessons, so that has ramped up, and you know, the procedure has changed for lunch and recess, so the students are having to do a lot more hand washing than they're used to in the day, and I come on and say do the hand wash cha-cha now if you haven't already. So you know, that kind of thing is a little different, but you know, they know, especially the older children know that we have lost a child, and of course we're all saddened by that, but I have not heard anything from my guidance counselor, from my nurse, from any of the teachers about students being scared.
Can you talk about, run down the list of things that are being done in Eli's memory? You kind of, just the bullet points of what the thoughts are, what's already in place, please.
Well, nothing is finalized, so we are meeting about that. Right now, the only thing that we have done so far are the bows, the blue and gold bows. We actually had an email from a councilman in the township say he and his wife are making bows, which was great because the local stores have run out of the blue and gold ribbon, I think. So they're making bows and delivering them to the school. I know the Board of Education has reached out to me to ask what they can do. Nothing is finalized. I've been in touch with Eli's parents several times last week about what they want. We have a rough sketch, so I really don't want to talk about that yet. We're not really sure. It's all, for them, it's all about giving back, believe it or not.
So if we go there today, the bows will already be outside of the school?
Yeah, yes. But the bows were actually distributed to families for them to put in on their mailboxes, lampposts in the neighborhood. So all of our families, if they didn't receive them on Friday, we'll get them on Monday. And then what was left over was tied around the school. I have a teacher who is at home on sick leave who is so great at making bows, so she said she would make some really pretty bows for the school, so we're waiting for that to be finished. But that's really the only thing right now. We did, actually I guess I can talk about the furniture. So we wanted to, one of the things they said was they wanted to redo the bedroom for the girls, to make it a girly bedroom. So the preschool staff, the teacher, and the educational assistants in that classroom went shopping and found a bedroom set, and you know, got the bedroom set at cost from the furniture store. And the parents did visit the furniture store, and I think that's all in place. We're having carpeting donated, so it'll be a pink and girly kind of bedroom for the girls.
And can you also talk about Eli as a student? Did you greet him every day when he came into the school? What would he say every morning?
Yes, I actually knew Eli very well. It was a very small class. He was with us all of last year. This year, his sisters joined him, so he was in a different class. I generally, do my rounds in the building in the morning. You know, get out there, go into every single classroom. So he was in the morning class. It was a very small class, so I knew all of the children in that classroom. And I have a blonde-haired, blue-eyed child at home, a grown one, so I'm very drawn to little blondies, and he was a blondie, and he was teeny tiny and precious. So yes, I knew Eli very well, and I would enter the classroom and the teacher would say good morning to Mrs. Manning. So I got greeted every morning by the students, and yes, I knew him very well.
So we're just trying to get a sense of who he is as a child, like his interests, like baseball, football, or had he developed them yet, or something that he said all the time. Just give us a little.
The parents did have him and the girls involved in the typical, things outside of school, dance and soccer and those kinds of things. So I know he did activities outside of the school. The preschool is a half day, so there's not a whole lot going on in the classroom in terms of extracurricular, but his family did have him and the girls involved in a lot of extracurricular. He was, I can tell you after speaking to Dad, that he was one who would want Daddy to be proud of him. And we're going to have a Proud of Me wall dedicated to student work that children are especially proud of that we can display.
Elaborate about the...
Just a section of the school.
About how he wanted...
He would ask Daddy, yeah, he would ask Daddy, if Daddy was proud with him, and Daddy would say, I'm proud of you. So we decided that that was the perfect thing. We were always displaying student work anyway, so we thought that would be a really nice thing to do, just to have a wall of fame kind of thing for student work to be displayed.